Torin, a very good friend of mine. He is a pioneer of change committed to expanding diversity efforts in the advertising industry. He's also the executive producer and creator of the short documentaries Innovators of Change, Hablamos, Perfiles, and the web series 24/7 Differenter. Give it up for Kenny, guys.
Oh, y'all don't know me. Give it up for Kenny, guys. All right. Thank you, Francis. Thank you so much, Madison's Collective. Thank you for having me here tonight. It's great to be here and get back to my storytelling roots. I'm normally like behind the camera telling people what to do, but today let's tell a story. Let's tell a story about being black in advertising. How about that? Can we? I'm gonna need your help with this story, right? So, a couple years ago, and this story just starts out weird. A couple years ago, I was in Seattle, Washington. Okay, so many black people there, right? So, I was in Seattle, Washington on a new business pitch, and we're pitching a local tech company, fill in the blank. All right. So, we're there pitching this client, and we're there the day before, and we're in the meeting room, and we're trying to rehearse, and people are throwing out ideas, good and bad, and I'm just kind of playing my role. I'm in cut. I'm just like, okay, I don't care what you're saying. And then an idea comes out. They were like, you know what? Let's create this campaign with a certain British soccer superstar dressed in cornrows and saggy pants. Yeah, it got weird. So I'm sitting there like, oh, another fucking bad idea. But I'm like, I don't even pay no mind. But then the ECD, Executive Creative Director, for those of you not in advertising, comes over to me and says, he starts a conversation with this. Kenny, I'm not asking you this because you're black. Now I was like, hold the fuck up. First, I'm in Seattle, Washington, where there's not that many black people in the first place, right? And he asked me that question. I work in advertising, not a lot of black people in the room ever. I'm lucky to be there, thank God. But he asked me that question, and I was looking at him like, what? Because I'm black? I thought everyone else in the room was black. I thought I was colorblind. But he asked me that question, but then I thought he was gonna stop talking there, but he kept talking. So he was like, Kenny, I really need to know because I don't know if the kids in the streets, can you tell me if the kids in the streets are still wearing their pants that way? So I'm sitting there just like, oh, I'm all fucked up. And I was like, I look at my head of new business, and she's a white sister, and she had her hands over her face like, oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know what's gonna happen. Can you bring the pain? So I asked him, I answered his question. I was like, hey, ECD, because I won't say his name. At the time I was in my early 30s, and I was like, well, I wear a belt. To hold my pants up, because I don't know what the kids in the streets are wearing. I don't know. Yes, I do. But that's not this motherfucking business, right? So I quickly began to tell him that, you know what? This culture came from the penitentiary system, as most of you guys know, and it was used because inmates would not wear belts because they would hang themselves or hurt another inmate, something that I thought about during that time. But I told him, I was like, this is where it came from. But for us to even remotely think about using this type of wardrobe and this type of style on this person, one, would make him look like a total fucking poser, and two, has nothing to do with technology. Absolutely nothing to do with technology. So the whole room froze, just kind of like you guys are right now. And they looked like I just was speaking in tongues, or like I just quoted a verse, one of those long verses from Corinthians. That's how they look like. How did he memorize that shit? Damn. Then they kind of all went back to work, right? They all went back to work, and then my ECD, who I miss not my ECD, the head of new business, came over to me, and she was like, Kenny, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's a fucking idiot. I was like, yeah. And that's one thing that you don't do when it comes to asking the only black person about culture. But the thing you do is, don't give them doo-doo, but definitely educate them if you get the chance, but not in a moralistic way. Just like, hey, listen. That's it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night.